Right.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And now the Los Angeles starters. We've got Nesmith, Kawhi Leonard out there with Green. Then there's DeAnthony Melton, and it's Alvarado in at the point. And for the Suns, Luguentz Dort out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Paul George. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Reed in at the power forward. Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Now here's Reed in the game against New York. Very impressive. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and they call an illegal screen here.
And you hope this early foul doesn't dissuade his aggressiveness.
Here's Alvarado. Pass to Leonard. Outside Nesmith. Back to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Knocks down the triple.
Leonard scores at all 3 levels. He's a threat anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Alvarado defending. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Outside Reed. The 3. The rebound by Nesmith. And we're about a minute into the first. Back to Alvarado. 4-3. And Los Angeles, another 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Good work there as it goes.
Hard to take everything away from Reed because he has such a versatile skill set.
Pass to Melton. Porzingis against Green. Now Nesmith. Here's Leonard. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
You know, a little bit of contact will not bother Leonard at all. I mean, he's so strong as a player. It's part of the deal for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Leonard. George for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. He feels good about their chances if they can prevent Kawhi Leonard from taking over. We're talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer who can score from all 3 levels and can take your best scorer out of the game. I asked him, so what's the plan? He said, survive.
Thank you for that, Allie. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Bol, he's checked in for Reed. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Porzingis. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Dominant play from Porzingis on the glass, securing the ball and finishing the play strong.
Leonard looking around. Over Dort. Leonard can't get it to go.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nesmith covering. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. A little mid-range shot is up. Rebounded by Green. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. There's Nesmith with a 3. Bol grabs the board. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And we've got word on some action happening in the Eastern Conference. Shams, what's the latest?
Thank you, B.A. The story today from Boston Nation as the Celtics already have been altering the roster. They are thrilled to be adding an all-time great shooter to their roster in Steph Curry.
What it do, my boy?
More than that, I know from talking to people, Curry's leadership was also something that made him desirable to this organization. They wanted a star who creates a winning atmosphere just by being on the floor, and Steph Curry is a champion.
Always great to hear from you, Shams. Thanks so much.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Phoenix making a switch here. Murray's checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Marcus Smart's checked in for Melton. Now here's Alvarado. Yep, count it. Alvarado's got 5 now.
It's an overlooked part of Kawhi's game, but he does a nice job distributing the ball.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Connects from downtown.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Leonard outside. Back to Smart. Bol against Leonard. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Clark, a decent chunk into the season now. At what point are you starting to feel the aches and pains?
Well, let me think about that. It all depends, B.A., on your service time in the league. How many miles do you have on your wheels? For older guys, it only takes a few games. For the younger guys, they're on autopilot, and they just go, go, go.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander
The man KG that sent Kawhi over here to the West, bro.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring
Yeah,
approach in
come over
terms of
there.
where the points are coming from here for the Lakers.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Beverly's checked in.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Down low. Here's Nesmith. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Nesmith's got 5 now.
And Smart has always been a good passer, but in recent years, he's really honed in on his playmaking abilities.
Pass to Bol. The 3-ball. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. He's checked in for the Lakers. .121 left in the first. Smart outside. Ayton, a screen on Suggs. On the drive, Smart. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And such a drive-first guy. Smart knows he's going to take some hits, but continues to persevere.
Suggs against Smart. Murray for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You know, this early scoring is as much about the lackluster defense as it is about either team's offense.
Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Suggs. Smart passes to Melton. Back to Smart. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. Bol grabs the board. For Phoenix, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Now here's Suggs. Nesmith covering. Reed sets a screen. They kick it out to Murray. And the Suns get another 3.
Hey, that's really good, positive offense from Murray. Knows exactly what he's going to do before the ball even gets there. That's shot preparation, folks.
Smart for 3. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play.
Getting a little bit more used to it.
Front, up 2. And the second quarter is on its way when we return.
But we were getting pissed off in the last season. We can't hit shit. None. That bitch struggling.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Suns.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance.
Nah, not this season.
Got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
No, KG gonna switch his team up about good 3-4 times before he gets settled in. So.
Movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers
it might be his
on the board for the Lakers. We've got Marcus Smart. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's DeAnthony Melton, and it's Clark in at the 3. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
Ayton, a screen on Suggs. Aldama outside. On the take. Oh, powered down with both hands.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And so here's Phoenix following the score by Los Angeles. Suggs with it. Now guarded by Ayton. The rebound by Melton. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Aldama, the pass to Melton. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit. And that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
So both teams making some changes here. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Ayton. Back to Melton. 6 to shoot. Picked by Aldama. And Melton is good for 3. Melton's got his first 3 points of the game.
The moment Melton thinks he has a shot, he gets it up. He's very assertive around the arc.
Jackson Davis' screen. Now Reed. The 3 is up. No luck on that one.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
And that one's good. Melton.
You simply can't give Melton these chances. He'll punish you for it.
Suns trail by 4. Suggs surveys the D. Pass to Reed. And here's Murray. Melton covers. Will it go? Rebound, the Lakers. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Now here's Melton. He's got 6 to the paint. And Ayton with the stuff.
You're looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Some changes for Los Angeles. Draymond Green comes in for Reddish, and Leonard subbed in for Melton. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Beverly, he's checked in for Smart. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Here are the Lakers now. A big stretch here going, 10-2. Leonard on the wing. Dort defending. It's Leonard with a good look inside.
Skilled at getting inside and doing work down there. Kawhi Leonard is a confident scorer.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Beverly. Porzingis sets a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Porzingis. Five to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. An easy 2 on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander. Alexander's got 10.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's SGA. Good. Third basket in 6 attempts.
You know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Beverly against Gilgeous-Alexander. Out left to the wing. Here's Ayton. And Porzingis with the block.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Neesmith, he's checked in for Aldama. And Alvarado's subbed in for Beverly. Now here's Green. No points yet. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Top Reed. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Alvarado defending. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Both teams deciding to change it up. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. And stolen by Suggs. And now the Suns fast break. Up ahead. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game. But he's turned it on here in the second.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
The TV in here just so loud, but I feel like feedback probably be out here.
A different look for Phoenix. Reed comes in for Bull, and it's George in for Suggs. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Green with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Alvarado. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Alvarado's got 7 points.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Tell you, I love the effort from the defense there, but inside, Reed just had the strength to overpower him.
Melton outside. Back to Alvarado. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Porzingis. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis sets a screen. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Tries again. George's shot is off. The Lakers have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Dort against Leonard. Pass to Green. Nice D from Reed.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 26 seconds left in the second period. Operating inside. Porzingis.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, it has been a huge night for Leonard. The skill is obvious, but his strength is what makes him hard to defend.
They kick it out to Porzingis. 1 second left. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Phoenix out in front. They're up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
Taking a look here now at Phoenix, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start.
Excellent first half, scoring the ball, doing it efficiently. Dare I say, like one Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, of course, you shot a high percentage, Jack. All you did was just catch the ball and dunk it. Maybe a 3-foot jump hook. Maybe. No, you did a lot of things. Okay.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
The Lakers trail. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Paul George. And it's Dort in at shooting guard. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. Now here's Leonard. Green with a screen on Dort. 4 on the clock. Here's Leonard. Porzingis grabs the board. Phoenix has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Pass to George from about 16. Rebound, the Lakers. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Leonard passes to Green.
Nice work that time by Draymond to draw the foul while in the act of shooting that.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day. Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Leonard. 12 points for him. And it's Green missing. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Alvarado defending. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And it's Leonard picking him up. Puts it up. Porzingis misses.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Outside Nesmith. Leonard for 3. And again, the Lakers no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nesmith covering. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Alvarado. And he lays it in on the break. Alvarado's got 9 points.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Reed sets a screen. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. No good with the triple.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Leonard passes to Melton. Pass to Leonard. Over Dort. And there's Leonard on the assist from Melton. He's got 14.
Well, the pick gives Leonard some space, and he wisely calls his own number.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Timeout, timeout. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
2K making it work out, didn't it?
Suns going with a whole new group out there. Here's Nesmith. He's got 5. Pass to Green. Leonard with the ball. Oh, it's blocked by Bol.
You've got to be aware of Bobo. He's got a 7'8" wingspan. If you are anywhere near him, back up even more to make sure you can get that shot off.
The Lakers have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Leonard against Suggs. To the inside. Left side, Nesmith. Melton outside. Shot clock at 6. Green with a screen on Murray. From deep, Melton. Bull grabs the board.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Murray deciding where to go with it. Bull, a screen on Melton. Pass to Jackson Davis.
Come on, man.
Second shot opportunity. The Lakers with a rebound. Leonard outside. Alvarado outside. Now Melton, defended by Murray. Suggs against Melton. Green with a screen on Suggs. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, I tell you what, passes like that from Murray will keep his teammates working hard to get open because they know he'll find them.
Leonard outside. Back to Alvarado. With the floater. And it's good on the lay-in. Alvarado's got 11.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Go for a different look here. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Green. Aldama comes in for Leonard. Marcus Smart's checked in for Melton. And it's Beverly in for Alvarado. Porzingis with a screen on Beverly. Out to the right wing. Reed for 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Minute 32 left in the third quarter. And there's the screen. Here's Smart. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Suns leading. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Murray, no good. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Green is checked in. Now here's Aldama. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. George against Green. Pass to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander against Beverly. Stolen by Ayton. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to Beverly. Throws it up high. And it's Green missing.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
There's 6 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Ayton. And that one's good.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Suns ahead, leading by just 2. And we're coming right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got DeAndre Ayton, Patrick Beverley out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Torrey Craig, and it's Aldama in at the three. One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
This is the corner three. Lakers trail by 3. Pass to Beverley to tie it up. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Now Suggs. Outside for Dort from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Beverley. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Smart passes to Beverley. The three. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Phoenix leading by 3. Porzingis with a screen on Smart. Smart against Suggs. Pass to Dort. There's the triple. And Ayton pulls it down. The Lakers have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Here's Shamet. Bull covering. Shamet passes to Beverley. Now here's Aldama. Ayton with a screen. And Bull over to help. Here's Shamet. 5 on the clock. That one's good. This game is all even.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Suggs against Beverley. Suggs outside. Outside for Dort. It's stolen by Smart. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Shamet. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
This is just what they needed right now. A strong defense and smart offense to give their slim lead a boost.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Both teams will make substitutions. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Reed. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. SGA doing his thing in close.
Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the Lakers. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Smart outside. Off target from 3-point range.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's such a clever player in pick and rolls. Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Ayton, a screen on Dort. Leonard outside. Pass to Smart. Takes a 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Outside Reed. Beverley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Reed. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of
Cap
a great
ass.
shot blocker.
I hate that bitch.
Length and agility.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Draymond Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Neesmith comes in for Aldama. And Alvarado subbed in for Beverley. Ooh, got him with the pump fake. Savvy move there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah.
Stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the contact.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Lakers trail by 5. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
He's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. And the Lakers also making a change. Melton, he's checked in for Smart. Here's Leonard. No good again that time. The Suns lead by 5. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Reed. Inside. And stolen by Green. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Bull. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard against Dort. Leonard inside.
Really plays both ends nicely. Dort does the little things right.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Alvarado defending. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Dort outside. It's stolen by Green. Here's Leonard. Kawhi! Too strong inside.
That was a ginormous bucket by Leonard. Big-time performer.
The Suns lead by 3. 1:05 left in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Green. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Reed. No good from outside.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Leonard inside. George defending. Leonard against George.
Timed it beautifully, and George able to send it back with authority.
Just 2 to shoot. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Porzingis is checked in for the Suns. Murray comes in for Dort. 2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the
2K,
second.
yeah.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And we've got a timeout call by J.J. Redick. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Alvarado, the pass to Nesmith. Reed against Leonard.
Kawhi has a subtle and quiet way of consistently keeping the pressure on.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
Melton finds Leonard. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game. So Phoenix wins it. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
All right, thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson.
Had to do it to him. Now I'm finna act a fool, had to do it to him. Feeling like I can't lose, had to do it to him. Yeah, I'm pulling up smooth, had to do it to him. Hit him with the 1-2, had to do it to him. Now I'm finna act a fool, had to do it to him. Feeling like I can't lose, had to do it to him.
It's so game over. Now I'm celebrating. The win. I keep them hating. When I'm on, better let it be. I got that champion pedigree.
I mean, KG just played, though. I feel like I just seen it too, but we just played.
Yeah, I'm pulling up smooth, had to do it to him. Hit him with the 1-2, had to do it to him. Now I'm finna act a fool, had to do it to him. Feeling like I can't lose, had to do it to him. Yeah, I'm pulling up smooth, had to do it to him. Hit him with the 1-2, had to do it to him. Now I'm finna act a fool, had to do it to him. Feeling like I can't lose, had to do it to him.
Let the counselor speak. I had to do it, they knew it. If it's a crowd, I'ma move it. Wake them up, yeah, I do it right now. We don't take no losses, no L's, just W's like hotels. Bounce back like a trampoline if all else fails. Already expected, they know it every time I step in the house. I stay dipped in something they can't pronounce. I do it plus. You can find me at Miller and Lux. I'm a season ticket holder, courtside. I do
Yeah, I'm
it
pulling
tough.
up smooth, had to do it to him. The 1-2, had to do it to him. Now I'm finna act a fool, had to do it to him. Feeling like I can't lose, had to do it to him. Yeah, I'm pulling up smooth, had to do it to him. Hit him with the 1-2, had to do it to him. Now I'm finna act a fool, had to do it to him. Feeling like I can't lose, had to do it to him.
Échale ganas, mija. Lista, ponte viva. Los tiempos duros pasarán, no te rindas. Tienes que ser trucha. I could feel my blessings, they around the corner. I know that better days ain't need much longer. 'Cause I'm just present, focused, think I need to get out. 40s, 24, thank you, Lord. I know where I'm from, not many make it to the lead. But we bout this function, bout to crush it, best believe. I could see them moving and it's like a TV screen. Straight out from the valley, you know what it be.
the shooting guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 12, Ludus Dort. At the power forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 35, Naz Reid. The other forward, standing 6 foot 8, number 8, Paul George. The big man, standing 7 foot 2, number 45, Kristaps Porzingis. The other guard, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 2, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Miles Bridges is out there with Okongwu. And there's Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. And for the Suns, we've got George. Lou Dort out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Naz. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And what a matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And there's the drive. Makes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first points of the night for the Suns.
If you're guarding SGA in the pick and roll, boy, stop the ball, because otherwise Shai's going to get to where he wants to go.
The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Reed with a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The teardrop falls in.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Golden State. Pass to Bridges. Puts up a deep 3. Paul George grabs the miss. Bridges has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Now Reed. He's guarded by Williams. Reed kicks to Dort. Offline with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Williams. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Porzingis with a screen on Dinwiddie. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Okongwu covering. And the wide open shot from Reed. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
Bridges against Reed. From the arc. And it's Miles Bridges with the 3. Bridges has got 5.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis with a screen on Dinwiddie. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Porzingis. Outside, Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Reed over Williams. Reed misses.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Bridges passes to Jackson. It's Williams high post. And it's Williams with the jam.
Oh, J-Dub rising to the rim. We see you, Mr. Williams.
Well, Doris, there's no question Miles Bridges is a talented scorer out on the wing.
You are exactly right, Kevin. This is a young man capable of putting up 20 points per game on a nightly basis. Now I want to see Bridges take strides as a defender. He has to show more commitment on that end of the floor.
Now here's Dinwiddie. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Bridges dishes to Jackson. Pass to Okongwu. Bridges for 3. Rebound by the Suns. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Porzingis. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here is Golden State. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Releases. And it's good off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd basket of the night. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Golden State. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. With a whole new group on the floor. The Warriors also with a sub. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. And let's catch up now with the terrific Shams Charania, who's got some news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The story today from Boston Nation as the Celtics already have been altering the roster. They are thrilled to be adding an all-time great shooter to their roster in Steph Curry. But more than that, I know from talking to people, Curry's leadership was also something that made him desirable to this organization. They wanted a star who creates a winning atmosphere just by being on the floor. And Steph Curry is a champion.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA. And a change for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Now here's Murray. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Count that one.
And there's an aggression to Murray's game, willing to battle there for the bucket.
Here's Shepard. He's covered by Suggs. Here's Grant. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now, here's Suggs. Not a lot of room. There's the pick. Bridges with the board. Warriors leading by 3. Bounce pass from Clark. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Grant. A special move before the shot. Grant's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Screen by Bol. Out to the right wing. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. On the wing, Murray. It's stolen by Shepherd. Here's Clark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
And Phoenix making a change. Porzingis is checked in. Williams, he's checked in for the Warriors. Kevin Porter comes in for Shepherd. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Bol, a screen on Williams. Here's Murray up on top. He's covered by Clark. Bol, that's good.
And you can't forget about Bol's range. After all, big men like him are expected to take the 3 in today's game.
Grant for 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
So with George on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. They've got Porzingis. Jalen Suggs is out there with Murray. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Bol in at the power forward position. Here's Suggs. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Displaying some solid body strength and balance. Jalen Suggs to the cup.
Murray against Williams. Williams has a screen for Grant. And good that time. Grant's got 6 points.
Now, Jeremy Grant has figured out how to be opportunistic on the interior. Nicely done there.
Suggs against Porter. The Warriors pull it in.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Dort, he's checked in for Trey Murphy.
Number 12.
Porter against Suggs. Porter kicks to Grant. With the second effort, he doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Suns trail by 6. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Well, this is where Porzingis thrives. He is shot ready on the catch.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Some changes for Phoenix. Reed, he's checked in for Bol. Paul George comes in for Jamal Murray. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Suggs. Okongwu's checked in for the Warriors. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Kevin Porter. Okongwu, the pass to Dinwiddie. Pass to Grant. 6 on the shot clock. To the wing on the left. Here's Okongwu. And the Warriors miss again. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Suns. Trailing by 4. Reed with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, George. Off target from three-point range. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Williams. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Reed with a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. First team.
It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
And the Warriors making a change here. Watson's checked in. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Porzingis inside. Dinwiddie covering. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Williams. Inside. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. Phoenix. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Some changes for Phoenix. Bryant comes in for Porzingis. And Trey Murphy subbed in for Naz Reid. Then for the Warriors, Bridges comes in for Clark. And it's Jackson in for Peyton Watson. Bryant with a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Bryant kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it inside. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And that one is good. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, you gotta love the determination there. He got good position and didn't take any chances. Finished right at the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bridges with some nice defense.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Dinwiddie sets the screen for Bridges. Back to Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by Bryant.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
2 minutes remaining.
Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here's the fast break. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot!
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. Okongwu against Bryant. Bridges dishes to Jackson. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And the Warriors miss again.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Porzingis is checked in for the Suns. Reed comes in for Trey Murphy. The Warriors also with a sub. Grant's checked in. Now Dinwiddie. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Throws it up high. And Okongwu slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Picked by Reed. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Reed. And it's off from three-point range. The Warriors trailing. Outside Jackson. Bridges passes to Grant. Here's the three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Phoenix. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Mike. Stout effort defensively in the first half. What did you do to limit them?
I just think our activity on the ball, we got to try and keep it in front of us. Our bigs did a good job, I think, being big in the paint, making things tough there. We got to finish it with the board.
Yep, rebounds and possessions, Coach. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
And you look at the order of things, Kenny, any teams here that have surprised you one way or the other?
Well, there are levels, Ernie, to surprised. Check it out. Like Shaq, show me highly surprised.
What?
Okay. Now, mildly surprised.
What?
And now, Shaq, pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
Nice. Nice. See what I'm saying, Ernie?
Yeah, but you didn't answer the question.
Oh. No, nothing surprised me.
And there you have it. Outstanding. And time to switch gears. The Suns are in a close one after the first half of play.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big-time home court advantage here.
Some of the loudest fans in this league. It's like having a sixth man on the floor. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Warriors trail by 3. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Miles Bridges is out there with Williams. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Jackson in at the 2-guard spot. Okongwu a screen. On its way from Dinwiddie for 2. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Porzingis. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Porzingis has got 6 points. The Warriors shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Bridges. He has 6. Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, boy, Miles Bridges showing you that he's not just a scorer. How about that pass and setup?
Picked by Reed. With some arc, Porzingis can't hit that one. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Warriors. Bridges kicks to Okongwu. Out to Bridges. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
Miles Bridges has a frame that allows him to play through contact, and he welcomes and relishes those opportunities.
Both free throws good from Bridges. The Suns leading. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Porzingis. Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, the talent, the strength, the athleticism is all there for Miles Bridges. This guy can put up monster numbers on the offensive end.
2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
George against Williams. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Out to Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock. And that one, good. 8 points for Porzingis.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns Youth team.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Porzingis. Trey Murphy comes in for George. Murray's checked in for George. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Bridges outside. Pass to Okongwu. Dinwiddie wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. Dinwiddie's got 5 points so far.
Well, he has proven that you've got to respect the long-range ability of Spencer Dinwiddie. Nice.
Suggs against Dinwiddie. Reed with a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Bryant a screen on Dinwiddie. Suggs kicks to Murray. Dinwiddie against Suggs. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 3 assists tonight. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Left side, Williams. With the teardrop, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
What a find by Spencer Dinwiddie. Defense keys in on him, and he decides to make the nice pass.
Grant, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Bridges finds Williams. Golden State moving it around. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
The Suns trailing. Suggs with the ball. He has 6. Murray outside. High arcing shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And what I like about Murray is how he just goes at you. He doesn't hold back on either end and uses his motor to wear you down.
So for the Suns, Zinkas, he's checked in for Bryant. George comes in for Trey Murphy. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Jalen Suggs. Pass to Grant, the 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. He takes it in. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Sun changes for Phoenix. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Porzingis. Bol comes in for Naz Reid. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Jamal Murray. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Dinwiddie against Suggs. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Lopez comes in for Okongwu. And it's Clark in for Jalen Williams.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Grant dishes to Dinwiddie.
Remaining in the third, 2 minutes.
Lets it go with a 3. Good on the triple. Dinwiddie's got 10 points in the game.
Wow, that was deep. Spencer Dinwiddie with big-time range.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Grant. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Suggs. Ryan sets the screen for Suggs. And Bryant kicks to Suggs. Bryant with a screen on Dinwiddie. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Phoenix, no good that time either. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now, here's Dinwiddie. 10 points for him. A 3-ball. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Nice try. It's all good.
for Phoenix is Jackson Davis is checked in for Thomas Bryant. Jordan comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Murray subbed in for Suggs. The Warriors also with a sub. Shepard's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Murray, good.
I think Murray's toughness gives him an edge on drives. He just doesn't back down.
Shepard, the pass to Bridges. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Bridges has got 5 points now this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Murray, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Reed Shepard.
And like to see Murray getting inside and getting physical. He needs that hard-charging attitude.
Good on both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Golden State's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Bounce pass, Lopez. Grant the pass to Shepard. Bridges, no one around him. No good with the triple. Bol, a screen on Bridges. And George, here we go. And Grant sends it back. It's all tied in Phoenix. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Murray out there with Jalen Suggs. Then it's Lou Dort. Then it's Bol Bol. And it's George in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Well, Grant has put in a ton of work in the mid-range, and you can see the results right there.
They set the screen. Here's Suggs. It's Clark with the rebound. And Clark has got the ball here for the Warriors. The lead is 2. He was all alone on that one. 14 points for Williams.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So for the Suns, Porzingis is checked in for Bol Bol. Reed comes in for Murray. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Jalen Suggs. Kevin Porter's checked in for the Warriors. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And the layup is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Williams passes to Clark. Pass to Lopez. Outside Porter. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Looking for Clark, and he gets it there. And it's Clark with the jam.
Good play and great vision from Porter. The pick and roll gets someone open, and he finds it.
Reed with a screen on Porter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Grant kicks to Clark. Grant against George. No good from Grant.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander. Count it, and the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
Gilgeous Alexander has that ability to adjust in midair, take the contact. That is nicely done.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
And the first one drops. When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar-level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a three-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about.
And Gilgeous Alexander gets it to go.
Let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Dinwiddie finds Williams. Shoots over George. Reed with the rebound. Reeves got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. And it's a 4-point Suns lead.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Here they come, fans. It's your one and only Suns Pitcher.
George is checked in for the Suns. And then for Golden State, Okongwu's checked in for Lopez. Bridges comes in for Brandon Clark. And it's Jackson in for Peyton Watson. Suns on defense. 4-point game. On the wing, Williams. Defended by George. Williams passes to Okongwu. Just 5 to shoot. And Okongwu slams it in.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Dinwiddie. And there it is for him.
Absolute monster of a delivery from Naz Reid. Big-time bucket.
Dinwiddie kicks to Bridges. Williams looking around. Bridges outside. Out left to the wing. Okongwu good on the three-point shot. Okongwu's now got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Bridges covering. Reed gets the bucket.
Yeah, Naz Reid knows the angle at which to set a screen, and he's got the mobility to be the guy to finish it.
Outside Williams. To the middle. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there. Lays it up off the glass.
High stakes moment, and Miles Bridges does not shy away. Go ahead, young sir.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They lead by 1. Reed with a screen on Williams. Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Miles Bridges. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
You cannot give Paul George these extra chances. This guy is deadly from the free throw line throughout his career.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Dinwiddie to tie it up. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Jackson. Bridges outside. Now here's Dinwiddie to take the lead. Phoenix grabs the miss. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become the master at drawing fouls.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line. Timeout.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Attention, zone fans. Here comes your zone high squad. Let me hear you make some noise. We are the best fans in the NBA. Let's get loud.
Dinwiddie outside. Bridges. Yes!
We just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
George against Williams. Good!
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Pass to Bridges. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Okongwu with the screen for Dinwiddie. Just 4 to shoot. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Fearless in the clutch. Spencer Dinwiddie, big-time delivery.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He gets the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 4. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
You must have let your dancers use them home. Let's hear it for all the dancers. Now into the lineup for your sons. Number 11.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Williams dishes to Bridges from downtown. He can't hit that time. And so it's Phoenix who scraped by with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to on both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. How does a win like this keep you guys going forward?
Gives us confidence. It's always good to get a win, but it definitely gives us confidence and keep us.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
I suppose, could the girls get friendly, I suppose. But I'm just a real G, I suppose. Do it all for the family, I suppose. But we'll see how it goes.
We might have done created some monster computer teams out here, dog. Dang. I was definitely trying to get Miles Turner. New York gonna be tough, boy. My bad about that. Detroit might be tough too defensively. They have some dogs out there.